WHIP, Philly's #1 college radio station.
Yes, 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 that's us, Philly's #1 college radio station, WHIP. Time in the studio is 11:28. Over the summer, Temple made a big hire, and they brought in a former Temple legend and a former NBA player with the Philadelphia 76ers, and that was Aaron McKie, who returns to North Broad Street. And now joining us on the hotline is Aaron McKie himself. Aaron, Zach Gelb, Chase Sr. here in Philly. Thanks for a few minutes. Welcome back to campus, and how are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Well, we appreciate you giving us a few minutes today as you're on the road, and I know you're getting real busy trying to get into the swing of things. But what factored into the decision for you to come back to Temple? Why return to North Broad Street?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to come back to coach at Temple, a place where I had so much success. And I wanted to try to continue that and give a lot of these kids some of the things that I received from Coach Texas, along with his staff at the time that I spent Temple.
So now, a lot of fans, they are excited with you coming in because they do believe that you could be a big-time recruiter. When you sit down with the kid, which you'll be doing over the next few weeks, and trying to pitch him to come to Temple University, what's your pitch to him? Why come to Temple and play basketball under Fran Dunphy's staff?
A lot of these kids, the difficult part about recruiting is each and every kid that you talk to, along with the parents, they think they're going, everybody thinks they're going to play NBA basketball. And that's not the case. I try to use myself as an example of a kid that struggled academically, wasn't the highest recruit on everybody's list, but I was able to work hard and have some success in the classroom as well as on the court. And I want to use that as the canvas to just talk to the parents and talk to the student athletes about that there's more to just life than just basketball. Now, I want you to try to achieve your dreams, work as hard as you can, and if you work hard enough and you're willing to listen, we'll get you better as a player, and you'll put yourself in a position to move on to play basketball, maybe at a higher level. But at the same time, I want to make sure these kids come out of Temple University knowing they learned about the game of life as well.
Aaron McKie joins us right now. Aaron, it's Chase. Thanks for hopping on the program. We tweeted out that you would be joining us today, and a lot of fans were asking us, when is Aaron McKie going to get on Twitter? So can we see you get a Twitter handle soon?
Listen, I'm learning so much in a short amount of time. My head is still spinning. I'm in the car now on the road, going down to Virginia to see some recruits. So, it might take some time for me to get on Twitter and all that other the social media things, but I definitely want to get connected to the fans and listen to what they got to say and give them my thoughts. I'm just excited about it, and all of that stuff is due because I never had Twitter account, Facebook account, none of those things. So.
Well, you're excited, and the fans are absolutely thrilled around campus and the Temple community as a whole that you're joining the staff. Temple finishes 9-22 last year. It was the most losses in program history. They have one of the better coaches in college basketball, and there are some solid players in place. Will Cummings is going to be a senior. He's a proven point guard. Quentin DeCozy has proven that he can score the rock, and when Daniel Dingle can stay healthy, he's a really good all-around player. But when you look back at last year when Temple had one of the worst seasons in program history, what was that program missing, and how can this team improve in 2014-2015?
Well, you look at the conference that they played in, I think they had 3 AP All-Americans in the conference. UConn went on to win the national title. Louisville was right there. You had Cincinnati, you had Memphis. So they was up against it. The defense, wasn't on par where Fran typically has his defense playing really well. So those are some things defensively we can tighten up and get better at that. So, but overall, we have a young team, and it's going to take us some time, but we'll get it back. We'll get it back. We out competing night in and night out, and we're giving ourselves a chance to be very competitive. And our sights, we're setting our sights to try to win a national title.
One player that Temple fans are very high on, and we've seen 2 years of him already, has been Quinton DeCozy. He's been a little bit inconsistent at times scoring the basketball. What's one thing that you really want to work on when you get a chance to sit down and watch Quinton DeCozy practice?
So I talked about trying to get some easy baskets. I mean, it's really difficult to try to get, score 15 to 20 points just from the perimeter. So we want to try to get him down and around the basket where he's playing with his back to the basket, get some post up, get transition easy baskets, and more importantly, we want to try to get him to the free throw line a little bit more. And that'll break up him having to play out on the perimeter and score all his points out there.
Aaron McKie joins us right now, Philly's #1 college radio station, WHIP. He's on the road getting ready to do some recruiting, and he's the new Temple assistant coach on Fran Dunphy's staff. And Aaron, before you took the job, there was a lot of rumors that possibly Rick Brunson, a former teammate of yours, was going to get his job, and obviously he had his legal troubles preventing him from getting this job. When Temple offered you the job, did you at all talk to Rick before taking the job?
Absolutely. He's a good friend of mine. We're like brothers, so I felt it was my duty to reach out to him and talk to him about it. And, he gave me his blessing, so he's excited for me. So I appreciate him being excited for me and helping me out along the way.
Aaron, after your playing career was done, you ended up being an assistant coach with the Sixers from 2007 to 2013. You did not coach last year, and instead you did some work with Comcast Sportsnet. Did you want to continue coaching last year, or was it good for you to kind of step back and take a different look at things for a little bit?
Well, I wanted to continue to coach, but it did present itself, which gave me the opportunity to obviously work at Comcast, but at the same time, I got the opportunity. Last year was my first year being away from basketball in my life. So, I got antsy, and I really wanted to get back in because, I'm a hands-on guy. I enjoy being on the floor and teaching and coaching and being around the guys. So it helped me put some things in perspective. I mean, I really wanted to pursue the NBA. I enjoyed my time that I spent coaching in the NBA, but that opportunity didn't present. And, the college opportunity presented itself, and I wanted to take full advantage. It's different. College is a different animal, but I'm embracing the opportunity to do it, and I look forward to moving forward and continuing to build this program.
For a lot of prospective coaches, it's the ultimate goal to coach in the NBA. But for you, you're in a fantastic situation because you're under the wing of Fran Dunphy. You're at your alma mater where you put up terrific numbers and had a lot of success both personally and as a team. Is it a little bit refreshing to get a different perspective and be able to go after some of these top-notch recruits to try to bring your alma mater back to the promised land?
I think that's the difficult part. I think Fran is one of the best coaches in the country. He coached this game. I think the difficult part is getting the players. It's so much going on with the recruiting now, and it's a tough business to deal with, let alone coming from the NBA where you really didn't have to go into all of that. It's kind of hard to swallow when you got to go out here and you got to deal with some of the parents. You got to deal with some of the AAU coaches. I mean, a lot of these kids got a huge circle around them, and you got to deal with each and every individual. You got to treat them all with respect and dignity. And you're talking about people who have no understanding of the game and don't understand how things work. But you got to find some kind of way to compromise with them to get them to buy into maybe having their child or maybe having one of their players come and participate in your program.
And Temple has had those recruiting struggles in years past, in recent memory, since I've been here at the university. What do you plan to bring to the table to try to bring in some more of those local kids and some of those big national names back to Temple University?
It's one of the main reasons I have such a high respect for Fran. Is that he's not willing to compromise for any player or any program or any AAU coach. He's old school. He reminds me a lot of my college coach. And that's why I'm enjoying the opportunity to coach alongside of them. And I think my perspective is a lot of these kids want what I already have, a college degree, played 13 seasons in the NBA, and I coached 6 seasons in the NBA. So that's what I bring to the table and tell those kids. Maybe that'll help us in recruiting.
We're spending a few more minutes with Aaron McKie before we let him go. He's nice enough to join us here on Philly's #1 college radio station, WHIP. Zach Gelb and Chase Sr. here with you. And Aaron, you mentioned your college coach. We all hear these legendary stories about John Chaney. You actually got to play with him and know him. What was the most valuable thing he taught you, though, when you were playing under him?
Hey, Zach, bear with me, man. I'm going through a tunnel, so can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you, Aaron.
All right, great. It was fantastic. I mean, and that's the question that I've always gotten when I was first drafted in the NBA, throughout my NBA career, throughout my coaching career, is everybody wanted to know how was it playing for Coach Chaney. And it was great. He challenged you. He taught you in the game of basketball, but more importantly, he taught you about the game of life. And those are the lessons, as I said to you earlier, those are the lessons that I want to share with the kids that come into this program when they walk out of it. I like for them to feel that they had an experience and that they learned something in the game of basketball, and they also learned something in the game of life.
Also with Coach Chaney, did you at all talk to him, pick his brain a little bit before you took the job back at Temple?
Yeah. We talked, and, he gave me his perspective. He was really excited, and, a 20-minute conversation went to about 3 hours. But, that's Coach Chaney. And he just said, Aaron, just be yourself. When you go out there and you're coaching, just be yourself and don't compromise yourself, and you'll get just because of who you are, you'll get results from these kids because you got a lot to offer. So it was really a great conversation to have with him, and just look at myself coming full circle. And I just remember when being around him, I never thought that coaching would be an option for me because I never even really considered it.
Former Temple great and former 76er and current Temple men's assistant coach Aaron McKie joins us right now. Aaron, last one from me. I grew up in the Philadelphia area, so that 2000-2001 Philadelphia 76er season was one of the greatest memories of my childhood. The Sixers finished first in the East. Iverson was the MVP. Dikembe Mutombo, the defensive player of the year. Larry Brown was the coach of the year, and you were the sixth man of the year. The First Union Center was packed to the brim every single night when you guys played in South Philly. Can you just take us through some of your memories of that season? Because it was an incredible time for both you and the fan base.
The most important thing about that year was we all got along. We had fun going out on the court and playing for one another. And I think the biggest thing, we just had one thing that we said before we went out, before every game, is we want to play harder than our opponents. And we went out there. We wasn't the most talented team, but we went out there and we competed night in and night out. We got along. Larry Brown was an Hall of Fame coach, and, we had a great coaching staff, and, everything, all the stars aligned for us. And we gave the city of Philadelphia some pleasure in watching basketball, and it was exciting. And, here it is, we're 2014 going into 15, and, people are still talking about that team, which gives me a great sense of pride.
And I was watching the Allen Iverson retirement press conference ceremony, and the question came up of, was there one player that really stood out to you and was a big leader to you in your career? And Allen Iverson was in tears. It was very emotional, and he kept on saying your name, Aaron McKie. Why was there such a good relationship between you and the answer?
I was honest and straightforward with him about everything. If I thought he was wrong, I would tell him. When I thought he was right or he did something, good, I would tell him. And I think that's the best way to deal with people, is just being honest with them. And that's what I've always tried to do with him. And he had a great deal of respect for me. as well as I have with him. But he enjoyed the way I competed, and I enjoyed the way he competed. And it was just natural. It wasn't nothing that was fake or phony about our relationship. It was just a natural thing that evolved.
Before we let you run, Aaron, did you ever think when you were playing under Coach Larry Brown that you would eventually be recruiting against him? Because now he's at SMU and he's an enemy. You can't be friends with Larry Brown anymore, Aaron.
Oh, that's one of my mentors. In fact, he was one of the guys that I, talked to before I took the job, and he wished me well. He was just like, Aaron, he was like, this is work. So, but at the end of our conversation, I told him, I said, LB, send me some of them recruits, and we got to laugh.
Nice.
Well, Aaron, we appreciate the time today. Thanks so much. I know it was tough to talk to us when you were driving in the car, but we do appreciate you ringing it on into us. Best of luck here at Temple. We'll be covering you at the Liacouras Center all year long, and then when you get back to campus, make sure you stop in studio so we can actually meet you. But thanks so much, Aaron.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Aaron.
Temple great Aaron McKie right there joining us on the hotline. Philly's #1 college radio station, WHIP. Time in the studio right now is 11:45. We'll take our final break of the day, and then when we get back, it's time for a Football Friday. We'll hit the 2-minute offense and get to the picks coming up next.